looking forward to record this video. Actually, this video's been on my list of plans to record because it's got to do with decluttering, talking about my goals for 2023, getting my life together, and I've been working on this since December last year, so it's not something that I literally started last week. No, it's been a work in progress, but today I decided to actually record it, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it and how I'm getting my life together, so to say, for 2023, and how I decided to design my goals or have my goals and to work around it to actually make it happen. So yeah, I want to start by saying this year I decided to only focus in 3 goals. I didn't want to go in and write a list of like 25 goals, 50 goals, all of that, because I've done that in the past. Yes, some of them I have accomplished, don't get me wrong on that, like it does work, but then other goals that were more of a priority, they kind of got lost in the way, and I didn't want that to happen for this year. I am 24, turning 25 this year, and I'm like, no, I have bigger things that need to come. I've got a partner. There are other goals out there that should be a priority at this age instead of buying stuff. So for this conversation, before we actually get started there, grab yourself a cup of coffee, because this is going to be kind of a like one-to-one conversation. I do have my black coffee here. I love my black coffee. My how do you call that? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Just my black coffee. I love it. Get yourself comfortable. Let's talk. I want to share these thoughts with you. Well, not just the thoughts. I want to share the thoughts and a bit of my background and what I've been going through for the past years. So things like depression and anxiety, lack of confidence, they have been a big thing in my life for the past years. This have been due to financial situations where my finances weren't at its best, putting on weight, a lot more than expected actually. And yeah, like all of that generating stress, which therefore generated anxiety as well. Before 2023, I actually started doing some research and reading some books. I started reading Atomic Habits, which was an eye-opener. I definitely recommend that book. It's a great book for, changing your life and making that decision for yourself, because reality is no one else can do that for you. Reading that book was really an eye-opener, and I definitely recommend it to everyone. After I finished reading the book, whilst I was reading the book actually, I started to take some action and started to see what habits weren't doing any good to me, what habits I had to change, and what habits I would like to implement in my day-to-day life. One thing that I realized with that book is that goals are really good to have, yes, but habits are more important, because you can have a goal, but if you don't do anything to work towards that goal, you won't achieve anything. As simple as that. But then if you have that goal and then you break it into smaller tasks, which then become certain habits that you have to change to actually achieve that, then it's more possible. So it's about planning down your goal, so to say. The 3 goals that I decided to focus for the year of 2023 are sorting out my finances. Things like my credit cards, things like loans that I have taken, debts that I have to pay, my car, things like that I actually need to sort out, and I want to come out of those things as soon as possible, because it's a monthly fee that's coming out of my salary that shouldn't be there. Like, I need to come out of that as quickly as possible. And by the way, Klarna, it's great, but Klarna can make you broke, just so you know, because that's something that I really learned, especially during Christmas time. It's great for you to buy the presents and stuff, but you go over budget. You don't realize it because obviously you're paying a monthly fee, but then when you have to pay 3 months in a row that same amount, you're like, I spent all of this. So it is great to buy presents and stuff, but don't get too attached to it, because it can make you broke. Just saying. Anyway, so yeah, that's my first goal, sorting out my finances. And then with finances, it also comes not just obviously overspending, It's a big thing, especially in a country like this where you can find like cheap stuff and then you just start spending more than you should actually spend. Or sales are dangerous, Klarna's dangerous. Anyway, so what did I decide to do? I grabbed my phone, deleted all the shopping apps from my phone, and I said I'm not gonna have that. Deleted my social media accounts, not only for financial purposes but also financial purposes. Because you go through Instagram and then some ads come through about this new bag that's looking amazing, everyone has it, and then you want to have it suddenly, and yeah, you end up buying it, and that's money that you shouldn't have spent on that because you actually don't need that bag. So that used to really annoy me. That's another thing I did, so in regards to my finances. Also things like doing my nails, going to the salon to do my nails. I don't actually need that, I can do it at home. As you can see, I haven't done them, so but yeah, those are things that I can actually do at home if I really want to do it, and if I don't, I don't. It's simple as. So I mean, it's just my natural nails and that's it, which is okay. Hey Trixie. So here's Trixie with me, guys. Hope you don't mind her. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so sacrifices like that, like going to the hair salon. I know some people have that. Going to do my nails every 2 weeks or every month or whatever. Things that I don't actually need, I just cut it down. As simple as they're not going to do any good to my goal, so I don't need them. So that was my goal 1. In regards to my goal number 2, I put health and fitness as a general thing. So I did put on some weight, and my aim is to actually lose 10 kg to be on my optimal weight to my height, basically. So with that comes exercise, comes food, comes habits of like drinking water, more water on a daily basis, having a bottle of water in front of me, drinking tea. So yeah, like breaking it down into smaller habits that I have to do to actually achieve that goal. So the goal is to lose 10 kg. Yes, that's amazing, but if I don't do anything about it, no results are going to come. So what do I have to do? I need to wake up early. That's going to be good for my health and my productivity. I need to go to the gym at least 1 hour a day or 30 minutes a day. That's the aim. It's moving little by little. At least you're moving and you're not standing still. And obviously working on my food as well, on what I eat, homemade food instead of junk food. Which that also leads into my finances. So if I'm not doing takeouts and if I'm not eating out in restaurants and stuff because I'm trying to control my meals, then I'm also not spending money outside. I'm doing homemade food. So it kind of it complements one another, which is great. I love that. Yeah, so my goal number 3, it's got actually to do with the YouTube channel. As you know, obviously, I have just started my YouTube channel. I think this is my video number 3. And I want to take you guys through this journey with me. So on the 1st of January, I decided to come out of all my social media platforms when it comes to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Obviously, I am keeping YouTube because that's the project I'm working on. So I deleted all of it. I put a message to everyone, and if people want to reach out to me, they could. I've got WhatsApp. They can always call me or message me. Otherwise, I'm not in social media because I realized that I would spend so much time scrolling on my phone, hours and hours, like just doing nothing, and that was so unproductive. It was toxic. It was not good for my mental health because I'm seeing all these perfect bodies on social media. So it wasn't doing any good. It was actually doing some harm to myself for no reason. So then, yeah, I said, you know what? I don't need social media right now. Let me focus on what I want to do, what I want to share. I want to help other people out there to actually see there's a way out to these problems and how to work on it. I mean, I'm working on it myself. I'm not a pro. I'm just a regular person with a 9-to-5 job. 9 to 5, because yeah, you get me. So I just want to show you that there's other ways out there. It doesn't have to be always staying in bed or scrolling social media. It is very toxic. That's what I realized for myself, and I didn't need that. So I said, you know what, I'm I'm coming out of it for now on my phone, and eventually I would like to implement it, but instead of having it like on a daily basis, I'll probably even put just 1 day a week, just to start introducing it back and not becoming an addiction, and instead becoming a tool for my work, for what I'm doing. But yeah, those are my main 3 goals. That's my focus for this year. Obviously I already have some plans for the year, so I actually have 2 weddings coming up, which I'm gonna have to travel to. They're my best friend and my cousin, which is gonna be great. Like, I think last time I was in a wedding, I was probably like 3-4 years old, so it's been ages and I barely remember that. So it will be great to actually be part of some weddings, and obviously I'm gonna go with my partner. And we're excited to go. I mean, it's back home, which is great. It's in Madeira, which belongs to Portugal. If you guys don't know, it's a small island and is beautiful. So if you've never been there, you definitely should go. Those plans, as I was saying, they were also going to be part of the whole year, and I'm going to have to plan these goals around it. I'm going to have to work around it, and how I'm going to take advantage of those holidays as well to create some content and work on my goals for it. So yeah, that's what it is when it comes to my goals. When it comes to my vision board, I decided to create a virtual one, as I am constantly using my computer, iPad and iPhone. A benefit of this is if I need to add anything to it or change its look, I can always do so. To create this, I started by writing down what I would like to see for each goal that I have set myself. For instance, my finances, something like debt-free, my health and fitness, some homemade food, and someone with a body similar to what I'm looking for, like similar characteristics to me, so it's easy to visualize myself being that person. For my YouTube channel, something representing YouTube, like an award, and maybe something like working from home. Finally, I wrote down some of the habits I would like to implement, as well as the already planned events for the year, including the holidays, as well as a couple picture representing me and my partner. To find these images, I used Pinterest, and the templates are from Canvas. They have all types of templates, and some are free, so you don't actually have to pay the premium membership. I personally decided to go for a simple one that does not involve too many pictures, maybe around 10, plus adding a couple of quotes to it. I find that I can get overwhelmed to see many things at once. So I'd rather take some of those and focus fully on what I'm looking for. For the quotes, I chose specific ones that I knew I needed to work on, and I believed that it could happen. For instance, I used words like consistency, confidence, creating the life of my dreams. So things like that to help me stay focused on those quotes. Last step was finding a similar template, but this time for my iPhone instead of a landscape. So I could add the same images to it and set it as my lock screen. The landscape images I downloaded and set as a background for my desktop and my iPad. Alright, so today it's a different day to the video that you were just watching. I decided to obviously make this video now because it's got to do with decluttering. And I hope you don't mind, I'm having a snack. I think this is a really interesting topic, and it's very important when it comes to wanting to change your life, wanting to change your surroundings. So with decluttering, there's different spaces. There's obviously your house, so your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, your living room, your office, and then there's also the virtual space. Nowadays, we can't live without one of these, and we spend a lot of time on it, and we need to declutter it as well. Starting from living by yourself and living with other people, meaning family, friends, or just a shared accommodation, as it happens to a lot of us, especially in London, as living costs is so high. So a lot of us do have to live in shared houses where our only private space is our bedroom. Everything else we have to share. So there are things that are actually out of our control. So in my case, just to give you a little bit about my personal situation, I live with my parents and my partner. We decided to live together because we have a really big house. So this was before I met my partner. We already had this, we rented this property. And it's lovely, like for the family to have friends over, especially in summertime, to do barbecues, things like that. It is a lovely house. Then when my partner came into the picture, we decided to stay here because the rent would be a lot cheaper, as we are sharing the bills, the rent. We share it between the 4 of us instead of just being 2 of us. And it is a lot better than actually being somewhere else, renting and paying maybe double, triple the amount that we're paying right now. So the aim is to actually save money to then eventually buy our own house. That's my current situation now. So I do live with my parents, but it's not in the sense of they maintain me. No, we help each other, which is really good. Like I personally, I would rather live with them than living with strangers. My parents are lovely and I can't complain about them. So yeah, so that's my personal case. For those of you that live by yourselves or live only with your partner and you don't have to share anything else, that whatever's in the kitchen, it's yours, whatever's in the bathroom, it's yours, whatever's in your bedroom, it's yours. Obviously the house is already divided into spaces. Go into it, see how many, like for example in your bathroom, sometimes we have a bunch of shampoos that it was given as a gift, or we bought and we never used it, or we didn't like it, or for whatever reason. If we're not going to use it, let's just either throw it away or give it away. Kitchen, the same thing. How many plates do I have? Why do I need to have 27 plates if there's just only 2 of us, and when friends come over, let's say maximum of 10 plates? And I think that's still a lot. But anyways, every case is different. So it's about you seeing your space and seeing what you need, what you don't need, and letting it go. It's okay to let it go. Donate it. Give it away. I would say maybe don't throw it, because obviously there's someone out there that might need it. When it comes to your house, you can do that. I'm not going to show any videos because I do that, especially when it comes to my clothes, at least twice a year, if not more. Especially when I put on weight, it was that thing of I wasn't accepting it, and I had like a bunch of jeans and t-shirts and stuff that I was like, yeah, I'll fit in it later, like I just need to work out and then I'll go back to fitting it. And then that never happened, and the weight kept just increasing instead of actually reducing. And it got to a day that I just accepted, and I said, you know what, it doesn't matter, like this clothes doesn't fit me. There's no point of having this clothes in my wardrobe just building up and then not having space to put my other clothes that actually fits me. So I'm just going to donate it. And that's what I did. I accepted it, and I said, if I'm not happy with the way I look or my weight at the moment, I just need to work on it. And if that's going to take time. If it takes 1 year, if it takes 3 years, if it takes 6 months, that doesn't matter, as long as I actually work for it. But in terms of my clothes, I just said, it doesn't fit me now. Let me give it to someone that can actually fit in it. And that's what I did. And I do that, as I said, I tried to do it like twice a year minimum. With my winter clothes, my summer clothes, and obviously with the clothes that doesn't fit, well with the clothes that fits me, but I haven't worn the clothes because it hasn't been in my wardrobe, or I haven't seen it, was tucked away somewhere, then I make sure I put it in a place where I can see it, and I say, you know what, I'm actually gonna wear this. And if in 6 months I don't wear that clothes, I'll also donate it, because it happens a lot of the time. Styles keep changing, and our personal style changes, and it's okay. Like if we want to buy a new piece, the way I see it now, what am I going to take out of my wardrobe to put that piece in? Do I need that piece? Do I really need that piece? Do I have something that's already similar? So yeah, so when it comes to decluttering, that's what I do. With my clothes, with my dishes, with whatever I have here. If I don't need it, I'd rather give it away instead of accumulating. And I keep telling my parents, especially my mom, about this, Do we need so many cups? Do we need so many glasses? Do we need so many plates? Do we need so many forks? Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of the time it happens. So I was doing some virtual decluttering with my emails. I'm even scared of logging in right now to my emails, like on the actual website. I think I saw like 50,000 emails. But it's fine, that's the email I've used since I was, well, since I can remember really. It's been years and years. Okay, so my inbox right now has 29,139 emails that I haven't opened. And a lot of these emails, they come from either spams or things from shopping apps and things like that I don't need, and I just need to unsubscribe. And that's exactly what I need to do, just unsubscribe. And I've been doing that. It takes some time because it's a lot. It's 29,000 and that's not good. That's gonna take some time, but I'd rather move a little bit than not move at all. That's with my emails, my virtual declutter on my desktop. Unsubscribing from websites that I don't use, I don't need, especially shopping ones, because as I mentioned, my finances are a priority. Also, my hard drive. So my hard drive has a lot of stuff in it, and I was looking through it the other day and I found a bunch of pictures, and it brought up amazing memories, but they were all over the place. So that's something that I need to declutter and organize at the same time. On my phone, apps that I don't use, that I haven't used, literally look through it. I think there's even a setting on, if you have an iPhone, there's a setting where you can see the apps that you use the most and apps you don't use, and delete them. If you haven't used them, it's because you don't need it. As simple as, so just delete it. Go through your pictures. Go through your WhatsApp groups. How many groups are you in? Sometimes it happens that you go into a group chat that you used to be in or you're still in, and everyone's left, but you're the only one there, so delete it. All right, delete it. Conversations that have been there for ages, delete it. Yeah, so I mean, mainly that's on my phone. That's what I would look at. My WhatsApp, my pictures, and the apps that I don't use. My desktop, email subscriptions, photos from hard drive, and same thing as on my iPad. So I'm gonna do some of that right now whilst I'm eating my snacks, which I'm almost done. So yeah, that's the message I wanted to leave there. Guys, well, I'm currently editing my video. I hope you liked it. I hope it was useful and helpful for you to actually go forward and sort out your life as well. If it's not sorted, it doesn't mean that everyone's on the same page as me. But yeah, I hope you liked it, and if you did and you want to see more videos like this, please comment down below, subscribe, and give it a like as well. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.